gets this started, and we're working with policy experts and lawyers from NORML, the National Organization for the Reform of Marijuana Laws. We're doing our homework. We've got a lot of artists in our coalition. We've got a lot of first-time people who are new to activism in our coalition as well. And what we're talking about, we've got 3 pieces of legislation we're specifically talking about. We're talking about the CCA, the Compassionate Care Act. This is for medical marijuana. We're talking about MARTA, the MRTA, the Marijuana Regulation Taxation Act. And we're also talking about industrial hemp. We have actual legislation for this, and this is why this is new and revolutionary for this movement. Because we are now talking about demands. There's now safe space within this movement for demands and actual legislation. We are actually trying to do something now. We're not just getting out here for the sake of hanging out anymore. We want to take this further. We want radical reform. We want you all to help us with this. I just want to say, if there's any control freaks out here who have a problem with us moving forward and trying to get demands, I really don't care if you want to block and leave. Because the world needs to change or die, and this movement needs to change or die, or it will die. And we will not change the world. It's time to start thinking differently. It's time to start thinking something new. If we don't, that's a sign of insanity. And I'm not trying to work with an insane movement, with insane people. I'm trying to work with healthy people. People who appreciate their medicine. Thank you. So, what we have a whole schedule of upcoming actions and so forth. Please talk to me if you want to get more hooked in. But the priority right now, the thing we have to do right now before Congress lets out in Albany this June, is medical marijuana. Do not believe Cuomo's lies. Do not believe anything this motherfucker tells you. He's a politricker. He wants you to think that medical marijuana is done. When we talk to people, they think it's already done and over.
He did not pass his executive order.
He did not pass the executive order.
The Compassionate Care Act was supposed to be included in the new budget that just got passed last week. It was not included. He is lying.
He is lying through his teeth. His nose is getting bigger every time he lies. You want to talk to Aaron to get one of those masks? They're pretty dope. Now, the thing is that we have allies in this fight for medical marijuana. We have 42 state senators who will support our action. But the bill needs to be brought to a vote on the Senate floor. There are 2 people who control this process. New York State Senator Klein and New York State Senator Skelos. These are the gatekeepers. These people are the reason why shit isn't getting done right now. Please take down these numbers. Please take down these email addresses. Please take down these Twitter handles and harass these motherfuckers. Tell them we want our medical marijuana. Tell them we want a vote on the CCA.
Make your voice heard. Call the senators every day if you have to.
Every day. Tweet to them every day. Please get these numbers down. You got that?
Hold them still.
Does everybody have this? Come talk to us afterwards to get more info about this. But we have to get this done before this summer ends. Otherwise, we're going to have to wait until another session. I don't think I need to explain to anyone here why this is important. This is the first step in ending the drug war. This is an important step. New York City is the marijuana arrest capital of the fucking world. It's a shame. It's a shame that we let this happen to us. Now, there was $680 million that we, the people, had to fucking pay to the prison industrial complex in 2010 so that students and minorities and marginalized people would have to pay for getting arrested for their marijuana. It's time to stop sending people to prison over this. Now, as important as this is, medical marijuana alone is not going to solve the problem. We need to push further. We're pushing for recreational marijuana. Part of the recreational bill, why this is an Occupy issue, is because this is an economic issue. This is a civil rights issue as well, but it's also an economic issue. We legalize recreational weed in this state. That brings in $400 million in tax revenue annually to New York City. 50% of that money is going to go straight into job training programs, straight into substance abuse programs for low-income, high unemployment communities that are most affected by stop and frisk. This will help us redistribute wealth. This will help us create an economy for the 99%, which is why we need you to take action and call these motherfuckers. Tell them we want our medicine. harass these people. They are not on our side. They do not care for us. Yes, a question from the audience.
I have it's not a question. I can add a reason why this is so important.
Please do.
My
Take
name
the
is
mic.
Malu. I'm from Mexico. I belong to the Caravan for Peace and with Justice and Dignity against the drug war, because it's a fake drug war and it's costing a lot of lives. We have in New York a lot of immigrants who are also victims of the organized crime. And that war is a fake war. It's not ending with the organized crime. They are part of the organized crime. So why would they end that war?
Yeah.
So when you call your senators and your congressmen, you are saving a lot of human lives from people who serve you here in New York, from Mexican people who serve you. So please do it.
Please do this.
We also have someone who's going to come and speak. She's on her way from Federal Hall. If you guys can hang out for a couple more minutes. She's going to speak a little bit more on how, specifically as well as how women are actually coming to the forefront of the fight against the drug war. Her name is Laura. She should be here any moment. She's also one of the main coordinators of the the New York chapter of the Global Cannabis Parade, which takes place this year on May 3rd. And she'll be coming over in just a moment to give us more information about how we can get involved in organizing that parade. There's going to be a legalization rally after the parade that day on May 3rd.
Yeah. Something else we want to point out is that what we're doing here today is just the first step. We have some flyers circulating right now. We've got a whole calendar of actions we're going out speaking about marijuana and speaking about legalizing marijuana. Laura, our friend from Empire State Normal, is here right now. We would like to invite all of you to the White Hotel this Sunday in Williamsburg to come to our first Empire State Normal meeting of this season. We're going to meet with a lot of good people, some lawyers, some activists who've been in the legalization fight for a long time, and we're going to push this forward. Before I turn it over to Laura, come on up, Laura. I want to talk just a little bit more about the MARTA bill, the Marijuana Regulation Taxation Act, because not only does this bring $400 million in tax revenue to our city that we will use to rebuild our communities, but you get to grow 6 of your own plants. For those of you that don't want to pay taxes on your weed, you can grow your own. That's pretty cool. Like, this is getting us away from government control. The other thing I want to say is that a lot of people come up to us when we talk about this and they say, oh, didn't that get passed already? Isn't that done? As if you don't need to take action, as if you could just sort of chill on this issue. Not the case at all. That is a testament to the effectiveness of Cuomo's politicking, that people actually think that is the case. Right? So yeah. This is Laura.
Hi. I truly believe that marijuana prohibition is wrong. And it was a legal plant for most of human history. It's only recently that we're in this era of prohibition. And it needs to be over. Like, I think that we're seeing great strides both globally and nationally, and certainly with Cuomo saying that he, like, even acknowledging medical marijuana is a small step forward, but we can't stop fighting for it, because every day that goes by that we can make it happen faster is important. And there are people out there dying that need medical marijuana right now.
Right now.
And patients will never be fully protected until it is completely legal. Marijuana is a great plant. It has a variety of uses, and it's great for lots of things. And it's certainly also great for responsible adult use on a recreational basis. But medical is something that we need right now.
One objection that we often hear to this also is that, oh, big business is going to come in and capitalize off this once you get this all legalized. To some extent that is true, like people are going to make money off this, but the main thing is ending drug prohibition. People need to get out of the fucking jails. Students need to quit getting their careers and their education ruined because they get arrested for a dime bag on them. People need their medicine. We're dying here. The world's dying, and it's time for this. Now, CCA, this summer, we got to get this done. Recreational, probably longer fight, maybe year long. Even bigger fight is this hemp issue. Industrial hemp is very important, and this is what's really going to allow us to create an economy for the 99 cents. And Liz Kruger, who put forward the MARTA bill, is also putting forward this hemp bill. And this is going to be really important, even further on, to like redistribute wealth. The scientist in Moto who studies the water crystals, who you can change the patterns within water or within rice by channeling your vibes to it.
He showed that you can actually, with your consciousness, affect matter, physical matter.
Yeah.
And he is actually out there right now advocating that to help heal the damage that Fukushima had in Japan, that we should be planting hemp plants on the location where the radiation is.
You can make anything out of hemp. You can make biodiesel out of hemp. This is why this is an environmental issue, as well as a civil rights issue, as well as a justice issue, as well as an economic issue. This is also for the environment.
I mean, it's very hypocritical that hemp is illegal to grow as a crop in the United States. Two presidents of the United States grew hemp, Jefferson and Washington.
Washington and Jefferson.
And during World War II, the government actually gave hemp seeds to farmers, and Hemp for Victory was a major campaign because we needed it as a resource. It was a time where we needed to pull all our resources together. And the fact that we have to be importing hemp for all the variety of hemp products you can just go buy at stores all over the place, hemp soap, hemp seeds, like for eating, and all these things. And we have to import everything. And if we could be growing it here, that would make it much more accessible and solve a lot of problems.
Hemp is such a radical transformation in our society and our economy that that's actually the harder fight than cannabis, ironically. In spite of years worth of reefer madness bullshit propaganda, it's still the harder fight. So first CCA, then MORTA, then industrial hemp. And
to the jail.
please come to our Empire State meeting this Sunday. Please grab a flyer from us. Please follow us, Green Rush NYC on Twitter. Please give us a like, Green Rush on Facebook. You can find our whole campaign schedule up there. We update it. We put links to all our own media. Does anyone have any questions? Does anyone have any comments?
Any questions or testimonials?
And I would say if you're interested in learning more about this and attending another event, we have a big rally and parade on May 3rd. That's going to be really great. We're going to have speakers that address all facets of why prohibition needs to stop now, and just a general celebration of this plant that can do so many amazing things.
Yes.
So I think, you should all come out to that. I hope to see all of you there.
I just wanted to say really quick that the main problem I have with drugs being illegal is that it is being used as a weapon to incarcerate and legally kidnap Black and Hispanic people. That is the main problem with all drugs being illegal. Now, I'm particularly not so much interested in the legalization of marijuana than I am in the eradication of capitalism from our system. You know, that is the problem here. From 1970 to 2013, the prison population has increased from 300,000 to 2,500,000. I myself was sent to prison when I was 15 years old for 3.5 years.
Fuck that.
I was kidnapped and tortured by the state. That's how I put it. I'm sorry.
That's what it is. No, that's what it is.
So I hope that our fight extends past reform, because this is what this is, a reform. I hope our fight passes from reform to actual revolution, to the organization of people towards not a political ideology, not towards the implication of a new political system, but towards the implication of a new social system.
Yes.
We may be able to call it what we want.
Yes.
Say what else? Keep speaking. Keep it going. Yeah, let's hear it.
Yeah, they didn't make this weed thing legal. They can make it happen in Colorado, they didn't make it in New York. And it could kill cancer, other diseases.
That's right.
Yeah.
Does anybody have any
Keep talking.
Sue the pharmaceutical drugs, it ain't good for you.
Keep talking, people. Who's
Anybody
got
else
something
been
else to say?
affected by the drug war and want to give a testimonial?
Smoke that weed.
No one else has anything to say? I'd like to call Senator Klein right the fuck now. He's on speaker.
We got Senator Klein on speaker. Let's get a mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check.
We're calling Senator Klein.
We're calling Senator Klein.
Tell him we want medical marijuana.
Tell him we want medical marijuana.
We want to vote on the CCA.
We want to vote on the CCA.
Right the fuck away.
Right the fuck away.
All right. Swinging. Hello? We're good. Did you get our message? Yes, this is Occupy Wall Street, calling for Senator Klein. We're very upset about this whole lies that Cuomo's been telling us about medical marijuana. We know he's bullshitting us. We're doing our research, we're doing our homework, and we want Senator Klein and Skelos to bring the CCA to a vote. Otherwise, we will raise hell in their districts and we will cost them votes. Okay, they said okay. Mic check, everybody. Tell Klein, hey, what you gotta say?
Mic check! Mic check!
All right, they're all here. We got a lot of people out here, and we really hope you're taking this seriously. We're gonna stay on you about this. All right, cool. Of course, my name's Harrison Schultz. I've been harassing you all week. Harrison Schultz.
Does anybody else want to say anything
all right, we'll
regarding
be in touch.
medical
Thank you.
or recreational marijuana or the
You too.
Florida
Bye-bye.
March?
Bye.
Does anybody have any family?
Oh my God, my
Say
cousin.
it, girl.
It's not even like a really big story. It's not even my story. But my cousin is trying to getting into the Navy for like past year. Sorry, my cousin has been trying to get into the Navy for the past year and a half, and they finally were about to accept him, but he got caught with a roach when he was like 17. So they're like, no, we're cutting back on that. So like everybody, I think, has like a little drug infraction is now being cut because they're trying to cut the Navy.
So you can't even serve your country if you've been caught with marijuana.
Yeah.
On the bright side, you can't serve your country.
On the bright side, oh shit.
That's true.
There's a lot better things to do for Uncle Sam. So I would encourage you to encourage your cousin not to join.
Yeah, I encourage that as well.
Yeah, don't do it.
This is the reason that
Let's listen up.
the real issue to me is income inequality and corporate control over our democracy, right? So any issue such as marijuana, you know, there are companies making billions of dollars that are invested in continuing to make billions of dollars, and they don't want it to be legal. The bigger picture is this, that our government is bought and owned by banks, pharmaceutical companies, and oil companies, and that's what started Occupy Wall Street to begin with. And all these other issues fit very neatly into it. So what we really need to have a discussion about is this. It's been 2.5 fucking years, and they're doing more damage than they did before, and what are we gonna do about it? I don't have a lot of answers, but we need to be in the street a hell of a lot more. And I you know, I'm serious. It's like there's not a lot of time to kind of just sit and wait. There's got to be action.
We gotta make this happen or it's not going to happen.
No more excuses. We start doing our homework. Thank you all for being out here today. Thank you all for sitting on this crappy weather. Please do your homework. Please Google MARTA. Please Google CCA. Follow us on Green Rush. Follow us on Green Rush NYC for updates. We have a blog, a new video blog on YouTube called Just Activism. And you can follow us. We'll be giving regular reports on that. Tweet those out. Look us up. We got another guy who wants to say something.
I'm just going to say something right here. I've got cancer, but I'm still here. The government has not killed me, so everybody keep the fight and don't let them kill you at night. Apply.
You wanted to say something too, right? Want me to put the camera on you? Oh, sure. Yeah? Tell the world what's up, man.
Okay, the other way.
Oh, sweat. There we go. Not a live streamer.
I was diagnosed with leukemia 4 years ago by the doctors, and I had the good fortune of living out in San Francisco, California. And I was able to find a cannabis doctor who at first he's looking at my chart, he's all stern. He says, I see you have 40 years of heavy marijuana use. And then he looks up from the chart, he says, keep it up. And then he says, don't tell anybody where you got these from. He opens up his drawer and he pulls out a big jar of cannabis oil capsules. Beautiful. And he told me to take those. And as a result of that, I've been in remission now for 3.5 years. Anyway, and also, I'm living in DC right now, and we're going to start collecting signatures to legalize cannabis in D.C.
Yes!
in November. So
Occupy Reef Madness will help you out with that fight.
everybody wants a
We're with
sticker.
you all the way.
We've got stickers.
Wants to make some calls?
There you go.
Yo, call your senators so we can keep this man high on medical marijuana. Talk about the benefits of being high. Why is alcohol worse than marijuana?
It's not. Because it kills.
It is. I asked the question weird.